If you're Johnny, I'm not really sure what you get value from here if you bet. Unless you go really small to try to keep ace-king in. And Johnny just goes huge. What this is going to do, this size, is ace-king folds. And if GT does have aces or queens here, you get called. So Johnny essentially turning his hand into a bluff.
You can become the first ever WPT Prime Online Champion by winning the feature event in the WPT Global Spring Festival. It's happening May 21st to June 4th. There's buy-in levels from $1.10 up to $2,500. Simply click the link in the YouTube description below. Sign up and your first $110 tournament ticket is free.
Emergency straddles, everything.
Round?
5 hundo.
Gave it all back already. I gave my double back. All back. I didn't notice about the emergency straddles. Did a good line? Yeah. Did a good hand, man? You made? You made 3 blocks?
That hand? Yeah. I have pair.
Big pair?
Yeah.
Paul with ace-queen here, and he's just been running into, I imagine with all this dead money and a cutoff open, he's just going to squeeze.
Sure, right?
Running into ace-king suited. He is just running like death early on. Ran ace-king and aces, now he's running ace-queen and ace-king in a late configuration.
You should raise me.
Here comes a squeeze.
Pump it up.
Huh? I have ace-king.
3 large.
Every time he's open, he's got 3-bet. Every time he's 3-bet, he's got 4-bet. Let's see what Skye likes to do here. She folded the ace-king earlier. This time it's suited.
2 black. I don't have heart.
You always go one? You always go one?
She does like just to call in position.
You always go one time?
A cool against pull. That was interesting for Andy behind. Not much stack depth with either player, but Andy figuring if he comes in, he's got either decision. Either flops a set or he doesn't. Trying to figure if he's getting the right price.
All in. Player is all you can eat.
Look at this. Now Efan just back raise moves all in. And I imagine Paul here is just not going to buy this. He's just going to put the money in. The problem here is that Skye's got ace-king suited. And again, Paul just runs into someone being a bit of a ruffler. In this case, Efan is ruffling. Before it was Henry. And he's just going to get punished, not by the ruffler, but by the player behind. There goes Paul.
All in. 2 all-ins.
I don't know. She's made some big folds. Maybe she'll fold this. Yeah, oh, she doesn't even think about it. She just folds.
How much is it?
30. This right here is 20.
25 something?
27.
27 total?
Yeah.
As good as what they have.
Yeesh. I'll really realize.
He has the 10, 20, 24, 25, 26 one.
Let's see if Paul can get unpunished.
It's 27?
I'll give you the exact count right here.
Yeah. So if you don't want to
Minus 170. How many times?
Once.
One time.
You have a pair? Huh? You have a pair, you're good.
I have a pair, I'm good.
If you have a pair, you're way ahead. Any pair is way ahead.
One time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wow.
There's an ace. Efan's going to need a 4, and only a 4. Or maybe a 3 and a 5. Now just a 4 and only a 4. A Pool is going to double up.
Your ace is good. Yeah, got an ace, right? That's
Look at that. Andy would have scooped it.
A 什么就 all in 了？
啊？
没有 A 吧？
我没有 A， 我一对啊，我知道他没对死，我知道他没对死。
That'll work. 25, 26, 1.
I was confident one of them had aces or kings, but I guess not.
我觉得他是可以弃掉的，
He went all in so
他要
fast
跟他就跟
that
了，他弃不了他就跟
女。的都有可能做。
他肯定会弃的，他不可能跟的。他这个小对子，他对8之类，他肯定要弃。
And there's the second best hand in all of poker right there. And Mars with ace king. We're going to see a big one.
2500.
GT going to put in the 4-bet here, I imagine. Here it comes. 2,500 to 8K. This guy's starting the hand deep. And Mars is going to continue in position. 4-bet pot. This flop may as well be deuce, deuce, deuce. Well, I guess theoretically GT could have ace-5 suited. I doubt it. Under the gun versus hijack. Mars going to have a real hard time folding to 1-bet here, especially in position. He's got a gutter. Probably thinks he has at least one over, if not two, with GT's hands like jacks, queens. I'm not sure GT 4-bets a hand like jacks or queens here in this configuration. Big bet. 9K into 16. This size may just allow Mars to get away from it on the flop. This is a really big bet for a 4-bet pot, even when deep. He is going to call. King would be disastrous for Mars. There's an 8. Imagine GT is going to bet here, and Mars is going to fold. This should end it. GT checks. Now it's up to Mars here if he's going to turn his hand into a bluff, trying to get GT to fold a hand like ace king, or he's just going to check it back and realize his equity in position. And he is going to start to turn this hand into a bluff here. And I wonder if he's going to follow through on the river. He goes 28 into 34, so a big bet here. 90% pot. If you're GT, what do you lose to? Ace 5. 5, 6. Hard for your opponent to have ace 5 when you got 2 aces.
All in.
Okay.
GT moves all in, and that should end the hand. Wonder if Mars was going to fire the river if he got called. That would have been interesting to see. GT sleep. Ah, he's awake now. Not really sure what Mars is thinking about. Nice pot for
Thank
GT.
you. No bluff. No bluff. No bluff.
I don't think he's got.
You can become the first ever WPT Prime online champion by winning the feature event in the WPT Global Spring Festival. It's happening May 21st to June 4th. There's buy-in levels from $1.10 up to $2,500. Simply click the link in the YouTube description below. Sign up and your first $110 tournament ticket is free.
Cool. $300.
GT limps. Skye's going to go with a little baby raise. Andy's going to 3-bet, figuring this is weak. Look what GT does. The ace-5 suited. He's going to cold call. This may bring in a cascade of calls behind. We're going to see a 3-bet pot that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways, most likely here. Unless Johnny has some other ideas. He does. Devious intentions here. He's going to back raise.
All right, the price went up. 62 hundo.
Johnny's starting this hand off not deep. Only 200 and some change, big blinds effective. Don't really see how Andy can continue in position with this hand. GT's finished his soup, but he doesn't quite believe Johnny here.
Can I see his back? Thank you. 3 chocolates, right?
GT just doesn't believe he's going to call. And now Mars is thinking, well,
Heads up.
okay, I'll fold. GT's going to get in trouble here. Only about a pot-sized bet left behind.
Check.
All in.
All in.
Johnny going to go all in, and this made, oh,
All
GT
in
just
and a
snap
call.
calls.
Once, twice.
Bad luck soup for GT. Finishes the strawberry soup, and he's going to double up Johnny here. Unless he hits a 5. Johnny wins.
Nice hand.
Let me see how much you got. 15. 17. 18. 18, 250.
Finish in 20 minutes.
Less than 20.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Finish.
long is the
finish
whole?
strong.
How long is the whole stream?
5 hours in total.
5 hours.
200 shot. 600. 600.
Bless you.
Three.
Sorry. Your name tag is not visible.
I lost it.
Oh, it's a fake.
Oh, this? Oh, no, this
GT with a 3-bet with the suited Broadway.
What'd you lose?
Oh, I thought you meant the name tag.
Yeah, your name tag.
You're right, it's not.
I don't want you gonna get trouble.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Looks like Mars has some
She lost the name
devious
tag.
intentions.
7-6, the little,
Her ID
the,
card
the
she's got.
actual name tag, not
Yeah.
the badge, I understand.
You lost that, right?
There goes Andy. There goes E-Fan. And GT says, let's play a pot.
Heads up.
Mars flops the best of it here with middle pair. I imagine GT's just done with it. Flops absolutely nothing. Look at this. GT is going to float with 2 overs.
Thank you.
Backdoor diamond draw. Let's see if Mars just checks back here with middle pair or he decides to turn it into a bluff. Took a big size on the flop.
I flopped a set once tonight.
What's that?
I flopped a set once tonight.
You have one set today?
If he does barrel here with 7-4, he's certainly trying to get a hand like
Done well not to lose that hand.
pocket 10s, pocket jacks, pocket queens to fold by the river, which is possible.
So good.
Opened under the gun, 4-bet.
Or a 7. Because I had a 7.
And Mars is going to bet this turn. If he gets called, he needs to triple. He could check this turn back and just take showdown value against hands like ace-king. If you're going to bet this turn and he gets called, that means GT has a hand like 10s, jacks, queens. And GT with a quick fold.
I wasn't enjoying it for a while, so I think like,
Really?
You can become the first ever WPT Prime online champion by winning the feature event in the WPT Global Spring Festival. It's happening May 21st to June 4th. There's buy-in levels from $1.10 up to $2,500. Simply click the link in the YouTube description below. Sign up and your first $110 tournament ticket is free.
Have a good one.
All right.
GT with ace king. See if he puts in the cold 4 here. Had a rough go of it the last 30 minutes or so, and here it comes. Opportunity to win some of that back. And Johnny with kings. What a time to wake up with kings. After using an open from the cutoff, a 3-bet from the button, a cold 4-bet from the big blind, and now you look down at kings. What a feeling. Johnny's going to cold call the 4-bet. Not something you see every day. And if you're E-fan here, you get cold 4-bet and then a cold call behind. With ace-queen, you can't be feeling all that great. I mean, best case scenario, you're up against, say, queens and jacks. You know, worst case scenario, you're up against aces and ace king. Good fold. GT in kind of a tricky spot here when you cold 4-bet and get cold called. What does your opponent have? I mean, it really looks like queens, kings, jacks. And this flop, if you have ace king, is not the one you want to see. If you're Johnny with kings here, you don't love this flop either, because not only do you lose to aces, now you lose to queens and jacks. Neither player loves this flop.
Check.
GT checks. If you're Johnny, I'm not really sure what you get value from here if you bet, unless you go really small to try to keep ace king in. And Johnny just goes huge. What this is going to do, this size, is ace king folds. And if GT does have aces or queens here, you get called. So Johnny essentially turning his hand into a bluff. I know that sounds insane, but in a 4-bet pot, when the ranges are so tight, when you have kings here, like Johnny does, you only beat ace king. And when you bet 12,000, ace king does not continue. Well, that invalidates everything I just said. Johnny gets value from ace king here. And look at that turn. GT knew it was coming. Binks the nuts. And now if you're GT, you're just praying that Johnny has queens or jacks, and that you can get all the money here. If you're GT, maybe think about leading. Trying to target queens and jacks here. Get all the money. GT cold 4-bet here. Cutoff opened, button 3-bet. GT cold 4-bet from the big blind, and then Johnny cold called the 4-bet from the third blind for the straddle. And it looks like GT is going to lead. I love it. Just trying to win the maximum here against queens or jacks, because it looks like that's what Johnny has. And it's unfortunate for GT that Johnny does have kings here. But I like this play from GT not being results oriented because it looks like Johnny has queens or jacks. And if Johnny has queens or jacks, the time to get the money is now. He's never folding this turn, obviously. And if you check it, he may just check back, even with a hand as strong as queens or jacks.
Colin.
And Johnny just moves in. What a gift
Ace King?
for GT. What a gift.
You have Ace King already? I don't have it. I don't have Ace King.
1, 2, 3.
You probably got a set. Nah, I ain't got a set of queens. Set of kings, set of kings.
Johnny drawing to a chop and a chop only.
He's good.
And GT's going to win a $144,000 pot.
Yeah, I wouldn't fold that. God damn, good job, brother.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
GT
God
leads
damn,
the turn,
fold.
gets Johnny to spaz.
Just fucking fold.
GT the big winner after that last huge pot. Ace King against Kings, up 108,000 on the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Mark Goon. You can find me on Twitter at Mark Goon, MARCGOONE. Hustler Casino Live brought to you by High Stakes Poker Productions. We'll be back tomorrow night, 5 p.m.